My name is Christina Sululengkeli. I want to share my speech about abortion is a murder. Okay, first, I will describe the impact of abortions. Second, I will show you abortion procedure facts. And lastly, I will give some advice to avoid the abortions. Okay, let me start. Abortion is one of the major issues we had in our country. It is a process, a decision, or a procedure used to end a pregnancy and to cause a death of a new human being. It is against the law and at the same time by the church. Nowadays, lots of couples come up to abort the child because of the responsibility and because they are not yet ready. Abortion was at the top of the list, which was not alphabetical. Every other class that might have touched on this topic avoid the issue as well. Abortion and unjust practice, which is considered to be murder for its arrest, the development, resulting the imperfections of fetus. Okay, first, I will describe the impact of abortions. Even though the abortion process is simple, but it is the most cruel murder. The impact of abortions, first, emotional. For some women, these negative emotions may be strong and can appear within days or after many years. Second, physiological. This physiological response is a form of post-traumatic stress disorder. I have just informed you on the impact of abortions. Now let us take a look how abortion works. Secondly, I will show you abortion procedure facts. First, LMP, which is manual vacuum aspirations, up to 7 weeks after last menstrual period. This surgical abortion is done early in the pregnancy up until 7 weeks after the woman's last menstrual period. A long thin tube is inserted into the uterus, a large syringe is attached to the tube, and the embryo is suctioned out. Second, suction curettage. Between 6 to 14 weeks after LMP. This is the most common surgical abortion procedure. Because the baby is larger, the doctor must first stretch open the cervix using metal rods. Opening the cervix may be painful, so local or general anesthesia is typically needed. After the cervix is stretched open, the doctor inserts a hard plastic tube into the uterus. Then connect this tube to a suction machine. The suction pulls the fetus body apart and out of the uterus. The doctor may also use a loop-shaped knife called a curette to scrape the fetus and fetal parts out of the uterus. The doctor may refer to the fetus and fetal parts as the products of conception. Dilatation and evacuation, D&E, between 13 to 24 weeks after LMP. This surgical abortion is done during the second trimester of pregnancy. At this point in pregnancy, the fetus is too large to be broken up by suction alone and will not pass through the suction tubing. In this procedure, the cervix must be opened wider than in a first trimester abortions. This is done by inserting numerous thin rods made of seaweed a day or two before the abortions. Once the cervix is stretched open, the doctor pulls out the fetal parts with forceps. The fetus skull is crushed to ease removal. A sharp tool called a curette is also used to scrape out the contents of the uterus, removing any remaining tissue. For dilatation and extraction (DNX), partial birth abortion from 20 weeks after LMP to full terms. This procedure takes 3 days. During the first 2 days, the cervix is stretched open using thin rods made of seaweed, and medication is given for pain. On the 3rd day, the abortion doctor used ultrasounds to locate the legs of the fetus. Grasping a leg with forceps, the doctor delivers the fetus up to the head. Next, scissors are inserted into the base of the skull to create an opening. A suction catheter is placed into the opening to remove the brain. The skull collapses and the fetus is removed. The last abortion procedure phase, RU486 abortion pills, within 4 to 7 weeks after LMP. This drug is only approved for use in women up to 49 days after their last menstrual periods. The procedure usually requires 3 office visits. On the first visit, the woman is given pills to cause the death of the embryo. 2 days later, if the abortion has not occurred, she is given a second drug, which causes cramp, to expel the embryo. The last visit is to determine if the procedure has been complete. RU486 will not work in the case of an ectopic pregnancy. This is a potentially life-threatening condition in which the embryo lodges outside the uterus, usually in the fallopian tube. Thirdly, I will give some advice on how to avoid abortion. Abortion is not opinion. Okay, first, you must know your legal right. In the USA, no one, not even your parent, can force you to have an abortion against your will. The choice is up to you, so don't let anyone pressure you into making a decision that you are not comfortable with. Forcing a minor to have an abortion is considered child abuse, which is illegal. If you are being threatened or coerced into having an abortion, call the police. If you want to have an abortion, that is your right for 75% of the world's population. As well, although some states and locations require that you inform your parents and get their consent if you are a minor. Second, consider parenting. With help and support, parenting can be an amazing and wonderful experience. For some women, parenting is just the right choice, even if the pregnancy was not planned. Talk with the baby's father and your family to find out who is willing to help you raise the baby. This will be much easier choice if you have support from your loved ones. Come up with a plan for how you will afford to take care of your baby. Think about whether you will need to get a job and make childcare arrangements while you are at work. Also consider whether you may be eligible for any financial assistance programs. The United States government and the governments of other developed countries offer several programs that provide benefits like food, healthcare, childcare, and job training for low-income mothers. The conclusion: my first describe is impact of abortion Second, I have shown you the abortion procedure facts. Finally, I give you some advice on how to avoid abortion. Abortion an unjust practice which is considered to be murder for it arrests the development resulting the imperfection of fetus. If not ready or able to be parents, adoptions offer the opportunity to live and let your baby live. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for listening my speech. Okay, I hope you guys have the moral value from my speech, and I hope you guys enjoy my speech. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.